tuned into Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Tune in right now.
Run. Come on. Let's go. You know what I like about that right now? Because usually we hear Worldstar, everyone's familiar, but we have a new person in the booth who is not as familiar with Worldstar, but will be familiar by the end of the show, as all of you will be as well. Welcome to Worldstar Weekly, where we break down and take down the best and the worst of the Worldstar viral clips each and every week with the fun but real discussions that need to be had. If you don't know the panel, you don't know Worldstar. All the way to the left.
Come on, let's get things going. It's your boy, Tenere Williams.
It's someone's boy, that's for sure. For sure. But you know who's my girl? Rochelle is in the building.
Okay, yes. You know who it is, and it's Rochelle. But I can't believe I'm your girl now. He was just saying I don't look like my picture.
Oh, here we go.
No. You don't look like your Instagram picture with the filter that had a filter.
We already
filtered twice.
I did not filter twice. It was.
Dang.
That's why I just deleted it.
I thought she was going to let it go, but she was like, no, I'm gonna bring this to the front.
Rochelle ready to Photoshop that picture.
I did it. It was
I
just a
can't see
snap.
you in real life.
It was a snap. It was a snap.
It was a snap of a snap. And as I'm snapping, my name is Tehran. I will be hosting and paneling this week's Worldstar Weekly, where we will be breaking down a couple of the most viral clips. Of course, we're going to start with I Need a Ride or Die Chick. We see something unbelievable, and you know what I'm talking about. A guy does the Matrix just not to unlock his phone. We clown around a bit, see one of the scariest costumes out, see one of the scariest fights out, and see one of the scariest back-to-school commercials out, which everyone has been talking about. And ending on a positive note, as we do each and every week, we get some takeout. All this and more on this week's Worldstar Weekly. Of course, Steph Sabra is holding it down for us in the booth.
In the booth.
Yes, she's my favorite.
Are you waiting for me?
Oh, aren't I always? And of course, accompanying her, we have the intern Kelly. Kelly, thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Shout out to Kelly.
Yeah, we enjoyed meeting you and greeting you. Let's start off with the first viral clip. Views at 237,986 views right now. Beat it. This is a ride or die chick for real.
Man.
So we have a car that is filming an altercation that seems to happen. We see a guy pushing the other guy, and then we see that guy's girlfriend chasing that guy. Not even the guy himself. The girlfriend is chasing the guy into
in the middle of the street.
Traffic. And now is beating the guy.
Yes.
She's beating his ass.
Yes, she is. That wasn't one of us. That was the commentary on
the video.
Oh, he with the baby.
Oh, okay.
He stayed with the baby.
My girl got that.
Yo, she went in.
You did your shit, girl.
Ride or die chick.
Absolutely. Ride or run.
Oh my gosh. What do you guys think about how this went down?
Like it should.
I'm so glad.
I think that was really cool.
I can see Rochelle being that girl, definitely. But the fact that dude ran away, I think he underestimated girl's speed, because he was, I mean, not like he was a track star, but you know, she got him in, like you said, oncoming traffic. You know, that was the part with me. I was like, when I saw the car go by, I was like, oh, stuff is still going down, and they just in the street, like
in the middle of the
she
street.
caught him. And how you just gonna run to the truck? I was like, you had so much space. He was like running in a zigzag. I'm like, dude, I would have just been like straight ahead, like Terminator style, you know? Like,
well, you're a little more fit than he was. He seems I feel like his physique did not allow him to run in a pattern other than one that he ran.
Look like you said, something off the football field.
And we're not looking at her like she's winning a gold medal anytime.
This is
either.
Very true.
However, she did catch up. Rochelle, ride or die. Do you go into oncoming traffic for your man?
Not yet. Hopefully not ever. But
Like,
I mean,
would you though? Not that you would want to, but would you?
probably.
Man.
Yeah, the way she said probably, I think we should see other people.
Not
It's
too-
not
Dang.
really, you didn't mean that. You're saying that for the.
Now,
for the likes
Tehran,
on
I was going to
Instagram.
ask you, if you were that dude, like, how would you have been like, yeah, that's my girl right there, or would you have been like, no, baby, I got this?
Okay.
Let me go.
So let me my perspective.
Here we go.
If I was that guy and I looked the way that guy did, and then I had this girl and my girl looked the way that she did, and then was willing to go into oncoming traffic to support me in my ride or die, and her, like, she really was willing to die, then I would be like, yeah, that's my girl. This is our baby. We're together. However, if I, Tehran, was in this situation, I might have got in the car with the people taking the video and been like, yo, I don't know her, bro.
Right.
And kind of go,
Yeah, I see that more happening for you first.
Yeah, driven away. Like, I wouldn't ride or die the way she rode and almost died.
It just depends on what's going on in their life currently.
Well, you can see his parental skills can give, but we can't leave the baby. So he's like, you go handle that.
But she left the baby. She didn't even ask.
This is true. That's the other thing I was thinking
mother
of.
skills. That's not motherly skills. She didn't go in to protect the baby.
That kid's going to look back like, Mom, you just left. Like, well, I had to go get him.
Back. That's why it's 2. It takes 2.
It was good, though.
You know, here's the thing. I don't know where the relationship is, okay? I would like to know if he would do the same thing for her. That's something we always hear about, the ride or die chick, but what about the ride or die dick? Like,
did we just coin that right there?
is he doing the same thing? You know?
I doubt it.
I feel like
she was so quick off the jump. Like, it was like as soon as she was already in sprint mode. Like, he kind of took a little bit. I mean, I know I don't know if he caught him off guard, but I mean, she was all like springing in action. It was, I don't know. Like you said, if that had happened to him,
she was definitely ready for it.
Oh yeah,
she was ready. And honestly, something else tells me this isn't the first time.
Oh no,
she wasn't surprised. She's a vet. She's been in fights. She's about that life.
Oh yeah,
right.
All her exes. She's like, this is.
They're probably looking at it like, yep, right there.
That's her.
Also, let's not act like she doesn't exclusively date black guys and her dad hates her. Like, let's be very honest about that situation as well.
Yeah.
Right? She's no offense. You know, because there's certain characteristic traits of that girl. You know?
Oh, for sure.
And sometimes it's the haircut. It's the bob haircut.
I think it's the jeans and the V-neck.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's a good one. You know, that's a sign. It's a telltale sign. So I'm glad they found love in a lonely place. Let's go.
In the middle of the street.
We were talking about ride or die dick. This is what most boyfriends, I feel like, would act like in this situation. Coming in at 303,185 views. I can't believe it. This is a young lady whose hair got stuck in the door. And this is what her boyfriend has decided to do instead of actually helping her. This is... Yeah, he took out the phone.
I need to get out so I can go with my girls. Like, give me the key.
Now, her hair is literally stuck in the door.
Right.
And he threw the key just short enough that she can't reach it. So now...
You know I can't reach this shit with my buckles caught the door.
Are they in New York?
So much.
I mean...
I'm dead ass. I'm trying to go
When she said that, I felt like
They
she
definitely
was.
were on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Well, rip it out. That's
I'm not ripping out my buckles.
you got money to get some more, right? What happened to that?
Because a lot of people don't realize how expensive weave is. Weave is, especially good weave. Good weave is expensive. And he left. He walked
There he
down the
goes.
stairs. Now, what happens after this clip?
See, this is...
That's what people need to realize.
That's where he wasn't thinking ahead, I don't think, because when she does get out...
Like right now, this
There's
is
gonna be some
on
problems.
this is on Instagram. This is on Worldstar. Tomorrow, it's gonna be on Dateline, bro. Like, do you realize she's going to kill you?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but if it was me, I would have been crying, laughing. Like, that was really hilarious. There was no need to get mad, though.
No, there was. Honestly, she's stuck in the door, and he's not helping.
But I would have, like, the moment I walked and yanked, I would have been crying, laughing, like, babe, look. Like, you wouldn't take that funny? No?
I mean,
we're too
he
serious?
thought it was funny.
Right, I'm thinking on the other end.
And they seemed like she had somewhere to be. She didn't seem
She had to go out with her girls.
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen? Like, I was looking, I mean, it was caught so high in the
She
in
probably,
the
like,
door,
slammed the door behind her, and it just caught her.
but it seemed like it was up high, like by
She
her
got a
head.
solid 22 to 36
I was thinking-
inches. That's the cool.
Okay, like was she in the mid, like
Yep.
whip, and it got caught?
It
Like,
got, exactly. She mid-whip, and it got caught.
Gotcha.
That's the way it's supposed to be portrayed now. A lot of people in the comments were saying that this was staged.
See, I thought about that as well, just because of the way when she was like, I can't reach that. I was like, okay, I don't know, like people who might talk like that,
Even
and that's
if so, is this a realistic situation?
Yes.
Is this how a guy would act in this realistic situation?
Yes.
Yes.
like
I'm saying, especially with the key, when he threw the key just short
petty.
of where she could.
Just petty.
Oh my God, he was Petty LaBelle right there. That was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. He threw it just enough that she couldn't get it. Like she
well, the funny thing is, he probably could have put it like right by her foot because she was so the way she was. I mean, it's not. Yeah, she couldn't even get down to touch the floor, which would have been even funnier if it's like it's literally right there and you can't.
You know what happened after this video? What people don't realize is that this was the before of the after, which was the first video. And she grows up to being that young lady that ran into oncoming traffic and beat homeboy's ass.
Putting it all together.
All that rage. That's why I said it depends on where you are in your life.
Yeah, that's where it actually came from. A lot of people don't realize how expensive weave is. Rochelle, would you like to enlighten people?
Well, absolutely. Like, you know,
here's your urban education, folks.
So last week, you know, when I came, I had 3 bundles of my hair. I got it on sale from Hair or Us, and it was 30% off. So it rounded off to about like $250.
Dang, and that's 30% off.
Yeah.
And how long is this said weave good for?
Well, it depends on how you take care of it. So you can have it for years, but it just depends. Like, you want to continue adding because you're continuously shedding your hair, so it's getting thinner and thinner, and you would like your hair to be full. So as months go on and you're continuously brushing, you want to start adding another bundle.
And let me ask you this: what is? I hear so many different types. What's the best quality? Is it like human hair or like or?
It's definitely human hair. It's definitely hair from a girl named Raja in India, and she gets her hair shaved. Let's not act like we don't know.
I was
about to say everybody should know about weaves by now. But if you were getting my opinion with whatever is free. So if anybody want to throw some here about what
wow.
Rocket.
That's how we roll.
You know, I'm
free 99.
When we talk about real discussions, I'm gonna throw out a real discussion that I feel like needs to be had is the concept of why women even feel the need to weave in the first place. Now, I personally, possibly because I'm from DC and DC is such a very like pro-black neo-soul city. It's chocolate city after all. I am a huge fan of natural hair.
What is natural hair to you? Like,
natural
is my hair natural or like the afro?
I'm talking about the afro natural hair. I'm a fan of that, and it's interesting.
He's giving a look like.
I understand, but I also think we have to realize certain things, like for example, the fact that California for the first time passed
the hair law.
A hair law where you can't be, you know,
can wear natural hairstyles.
Natural hairstyles at your place of employment,
right.
Which means that in 2019, black people just won the right to have hair in the workplace.
Yeah, that was very disappointing for me. I was upset about that for sure.
That is a real thing that's going on. So the need to weave, the need to texturize and relax your hair and things like this, I just find it something that's honestly, in my opinion, obscure and unnecessary.
Well, in my opinion, I love my hair. I love my natural hair. I love my hair weaved. I love my hair braided. It's just whatever I'm feeling for the day. I do not get a weave because I'm insecure or anything, because baby, I got edges and I got nice hair, so I love it.
Yes,
I appreciate it. Like, yes, thank you. I love my hair. And I mean, I love the texture of it, but like when I get a weave or something, it's just a protective style. So at least I get to wear my hair all straight without straightening my hair, because heat damage, and I really love the texture of my hair.
And relaxer is like chemicals. Like,
I don't do that.
Disgusting chemicals that would be illegal, and it's acid. In any other situation, it would be illegal, except when it comes to black hair. They're like, oh well, it's okay.
Oh, well.
Let's use
damage their hair, damage their brain cells.
So my whole thing is, and most importantly, if you had natural hair, you wouldn't get caught in the door. I'll tell you that. If she had her natural hair, I guarantee you, Angela Davis's fro was never caught in no door.
Angela Davis.
So true.
Here's the thing. I want to know what you guys think at home. Let us know. Let's start a poll: natural hair versus weaved hair. Which one do you think is more pertinent, important, relevant? Do you prefer one style or the other? We like hearing from you. Remember, you guys at home are as much, if not more so, a part of this panel as all of us.
True that.
I like that. I like that little education though that you dropped on us.
Oh, really?
Thanks. I mean, just from your point of view, like how you see things, you know.
Thanks, man. You know, I try to do a little.
Yeah, guys, keep those comments coming. Please let us know. 5 stars if you're listening to us on iTunes. Spread the word, share the love, and thank you for keeping us the ESPN of TV talk. Let's get into the next video. Now, this one is a real relationship, okay? This one coming in at 234,853 views. iPhone, you phone. This is a girlfriend who's trying to unlock your phone with the Face ID. This is what the guy is going through. is the iPhone the one? Is the face?
I just love the fact that it's called iPhone U phone.
Yeah,
Like
look.
this is our phone.
Yeah.
She is really determined. Look how she's running.
Right. Like
She got the
almost
full
Chasing
shorts
him.
off.
And she a big girl. Like
That
she talking
move
about-
right
look,
there.
The Matrix. She was the Matrix.
Come
She trying to
on,
put him
man.
in a chokehold.
Man.
Okay, listen, she got him in a chokehold now.
Look, look,
Okay.
look, he got the hand in front of the face.
And she was like, yes.
Okay.
And then
And then she
finally
runs
unlocked
off.
it. Finally unlocked it.
I feel like that's how I look when I run. It's like you
Now, see,
trying
I
to
was
run,
thinking for
it's
this one
not.
too,
You
like a
guys
little.
think this is real?
That's what I was about to
No.
say,
I don't
Steph.
think- I
I
don't think
kind of
this
thought
one's
that
real.
one was because I was like, I would not stand in one spot and do like the Matrix moves if that was
Right.
really going on. I'd be
Right.
like,
I would
get
like
this
for
phone
my
out of
man
my
to do
face.
that though. That's pretty funny. I like laughing. You guys are not with me. I said, oh, you laugh if you're doing adult things and you get bad. You laugh if you're fighting. Why not? Be
No,
happy.
It's good. It
Damn,
listen,
Jesus.
you come out like very sweet and like you laugh. You're like, oh, that'd be funny. That'd be funny. So you've never been mad at your man.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's that? That's the Rochelle I want to know. That's the Rochelle
Let's
that's
dig
doing
into
half
that.
of these things that we're watching right now in the video. That's the real Rochelle. Like the laugh Rochelle is all good and dandy when the cameras are on. However, let's look at the situation. Like we had a conversation before where you said you do not look at your partner's messages.
Absolutely. I do not look in phones.
Yeah, does not look in phone. Have you ever been cheated on?
I don't know.
Yeah, boy, if you had looked on the phone, you'd have known.
No,
know.
that didn't get your feelings hurt. Period. So I
Yeah.
do not check in phones unless I'm ready to get my feelings hurt because you're opening that Pandora's box. So I just don't feel. I'm here just to be happy, but unfortunately, I only be happy.
I'm
when on
wondering
camera.
what was on that phone for her to be going to that kind of length.
It could be anything. Let's be honest. See, you have a different situation, Tenere. You are
Yeah,
married. right?
Married.
Do you share a joint phone account with your wife?
No, we each have our own.
But can she always go into your phone?
Yeah, know your password and all that good stuff.
Actually,
You probably don't have a
does.
password, huh?
Yeah, no, actually I do, but she doesn't. She's never come on there or been like,
Let me
what's
see.
going on? Yeah.
Right,
So
she's not even
I mean, I
just-
guess if she wanted it, it'd be like,
I don't have a password on my phone at all. I don't have a password on my phone.
dang, Tehran living that life.
I know. I
But
used to do
dangerous.
that.
It's not dangerous life. Here's the thing. I also don't have a need to have a password on my phone.
I don't have a need to have a password on my phone, but I do have a password on my phone because someone has went through my phone before.
Ooh.
And I didn't think that was like a real thing, to be completely honest. I just thought like people just be playing about that. But when I seen somebody actually going through my phone, I was like, oh, I need a password.
I'll tell you something interesting. I have a friend who, you're supposed to have a thumbprint for your
Yeah.
phone. Use his toe.
Wow.
Okay, that's just
That's
a
good.
lie. Like, how do you even text and drive now?
He's like, I'm going to the ultimate level.
Yeah,
You
that's
get my
a lie.
toe. Then I know
And
And
you're
that's the
gonna-
worst because you can really fed on that one.
See, to me, it's like, dog, just break up. Why are
Yeah,
you-
that's not even
What,
fun.
just break up. Like, let that go.
That's funny.
Yeah, I agree
Man.
with you 100%.
Let that one
He's
go.
like, nah, Tehran, I got it all to you.
I got it
Yo,
in.
toe?
Have you ever checked through somebody's phone though?
Have I ever? Yeah.
Tehran's like, I'm gonna go. Hell yeah.
Why? You don't think that's like a invasion of their privacy?
But look, it wasn't. But here's the thing, it wasn't a person that I needed to check their phone. So I actually checked someone's phone for a friend of mine who needed that phone checked. Because it was a
Phone
was
check.
Like, I was
Phone
a
check,
ride
homie.
or die
Friend.
friend,
Yeah.
and I went. Look, they were out in the little living room, and then I was in
And
the
you did what you had to
bedroom,
do.
and I went through the phone, and because he was all like, oh, I don't think, and I was like, that's because you're checking for guys. I went straight to the best friends messages and found everything out.
Wow.
Because you can take, look.
He's like the wingman CSI guy. Like, I got
everyone
you,
goes
man.
like, oh, I'm looking for a guy. No, that's guys. Guys are stupid. They keep girls' texts because they're like collectors. Let's collect baseball cards and girls' numbers.
Yeah.
See, girls, you want to know the truth, text a friend. Text a friend, be like, hey, girl, guess what? I'm pregnant. And if she writes back, by who? Your girl. You have questions.
Huh? What you?
have
Oh,
questions.
my feelings.
soon to be viral, this next clip that's coming in, let's change some gears. Halloween is around the corner, and we're going to get into some Halloweeny panini stuff. This one is views at 29,481. However, it did so within an hour, which means that it's on its way to becoming viral. Don't clown around. This is a little baby's first experience with Pennywise from It. This little baby, he's looking at Pennywise at a store, this little box, and he's curious. He's curious. He walks up to Pennywise, and he reaches for Pennywise. We shouldn't laugh at that.
Yes, we should.
Yo, Pennywise's hand shot out, and the baby just screamed and fell down. Now, we do realize that baby now forever has a phobia.
I was thinking the same thing when I saw. I was like, he is never gonna be able to look.
I didn't think of that.
Y'all thought clowns? I just thought white people in general. This child does not know the difference between Pennywise from It and John, the neighbor, who is also Ronald McDonald, Pennywise, and Jim. This is one of 13 male figures, humans, that this baby has ever seen in its life.
Be like, they lured me in, almost got me, never again.
It was real too. It just shot out, and it grabbed his hair for a second.
It just like shot out. Because we've all been in a situation where someone goes, and your natural instinct kicks in.
But don't you just love scaring kids, friend?
No. No, I don't love scaring kids.
Although I think those parents right there, they kind of knew what was going on, but I don't think, that dude jumped. I think I saw some air under his feet. I was like,
Of course the parents did. They started videotaping, realizing this child was
which
going to.
Which is messed up. Like, get in there, go
bad
closer.
Parenting again.
Boom.
That sounds like fun parenting.
Because of you, mom and dad.
Do we think this is the mom or the dad that did this, by the way?
The mom.
Really? I thought that
this
seems
is
like a dad thing
to do. It seems like a dad thing to do. A dad thing to do is like to do this. Or
and then I can see the mom getting mad. Like, why would you do that to him? Like, oh no, it was funny though. Did you see that?
Look at this video. And then the mom being very upset. This dad and the mom from the first video.
It all comes around.
And they would have left that baby alone.
No, they always came back for the baby.
In this clip, we have 262,175 views. The scariest costume I've ever seen. Let's get into it. It's way too early for Halloween. Some people take it so real. And this guy made this. It's a box. It looks like a public toilet. Yeah. He's reading a newspaper.
Leave me the fuck alone, boy. Hey, where the toilet paper at?
Is that Nipsey Hussle on the side?
At this point, I'd just like to say, Kelly, this is Worldstar.
That's
unfamiliar with Worldstar, this is Worldstar. So here we are looking at the scariest costume I've ever seen. It was kind of creative.
Very creative.
Yeah, that was so cute. Yeah, definitely. He took his time, put it
I don't know if
together.
I would use the word cute. I don't know if I would use the word cute.
Rochelle, what's going on today?
Like, I'm just by myself. Like, I'm just here like,
Usually I'm right there with you, but I think I'm 0 for 3.
Dang, Steph turned on me too.
Dang.
But you look good doing it.
Thanks.
So keep it up.
We're trying to talk about bathroom costumes here, and you guys talking about...
What's the coolest or scariest or best costume that you've ever had and or created?
Ooh.
And that includes you too, Steph Sabra, because I know you get very creative.
Man,
I don't know what the best costume is.
No, that you've ever had.
Oh, I think when I did J-Lo at the VMAs,
Oh,
all white look,
Do we have...
with Diddy. I can pull up a picture.
Please.
Oh, look at it. She has it
I
on.
got you.
We need that picture.
Yeah, just 1 second, but you guys proceed.
Yeah, please.
1 second.
yours?
Hold on, it's on the screen.
So my favorite costume, I have two. One year, my friends and I, we went as the Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
So I was the lion, and I mean, we had the whole costume, the Tin Man, the lion, the Scarecrow, and then my friend Regish went as Dorothy. But if you knew Regish, you'd understand, because he had like scruff, you know what I'm saying? He was like smoking a cigarette.
Wow.
He was just
He was like degenerate
yeah,
Dorothy.
it was really like, exactly, it was like, hey, what's up?
Right.
So it was definitely fun. But then another year, a larger group of friends, we went as Slipknot, the band that wears masks and they're scary. They're like this rock band.
Wow.
And that was actually pretty cool because we all had the whole gear and the getup.
Right.
But I've never made a costume that was great, except one year I did make I made a box and it said like male ego and then it said fragile and it had all this stuff on it. And that was, I think, the most creative
one.
comment, costume that I've ever had.
That's cute. You?
I haven't really had too many creative ones. I've thrown ones together, but never like actually built something or like what you did. But I know I took some one year. I had like one of those big like hats you'd win at like a carnival or something. And I just went and I needed a costume, so I took that hat. I went and got a clock, put my the chain around. I got a little tin foil, put it on my tooth, and I was Flavor Flav. But from like the Public Enemy days,
Way to spoon it up, buddy.
So I was like, yeah, those, but that was like a long time ago. So not like reality TV Flavor Flav, and I was like, oh man, this was like back in the Fear of a Black Planet days. By the way, just to let
people know, Flavor Flav is actually a musical genius. A lot of people don't realize he is able to
Cold Lamper. Come on, man.
He plays over 19 instruments.
Really? I did not know that.
At an expert level, and a lot of people don't realize he is actually a musical genius, like a noted musical genius.
Who we're speaking of?
Flavor Flav.
Wow,
that is a
I did
true
not
story.
know that.
I know a lot of people don't realize that his musical acumen is off the charts, and a lot of respected people in the business know this. And yet, that general public, he's just the guy that wears a clock.
Right. Right.
Right. Wow.
One of the best hype men ever.
You have a costume yet? Did we get that picture up, Steph?
Nah, we couldn't. She couldn't find it for us.
I think she could.
I think it's right there on her phone.
Listen, there's politics involved, and I can't.
You could just come in and show it
I know
right
what
in
that
the
picture
studio.
looks like, and trust me, she wins. So look, let's go to
yes,
Sabra.
compliment from Tehran.
Girl, take it from me and you, please.
She wins.
Wait, Steph, did you make that dress or you bought or
I made it.
Man.
I really went after it, and the person who was supposed to get after it with me killed the vibe. So move on, Tehran.
I mean, way to bring down our vibe, right? But I'll tell you something, like you had to get tickets to them legs because those legs went on for days. Like she was killing that outfit. Let's get into the next clip, which is at 275,740 views. This one's let's get ready to. I'm not legally allowed to say the rest of that sentence, or we have to pay like $100,000 in royalties. However, this is a fight in the middle of the street in which a guy does a maneuver that is familiar to everybody, but it's so scary and dangerous. And yet one of the best things to do is be a part of, like, watch a fight that you're not involved in. Like, I don't know why that's so attractive to us as people. Here the guy runs up. There's a guy who runs up on the other guy carrying a book bag, and the guy does basically what is a DDT. He drops him on his head.
He could have killed him.
He could have killed him. And this guy is he's definitely hurt.
Dizzy.
He's walking around with a concussion for sure. And he yells, and the guy's like DDTs him and goes, "Leave me alone." Right. I don't know what that fight was over, but it seemed that the person who charged him, who got DDT'd, was the aggressor. It seems so in this video.
I'm happy that they were able to walk their separate ways. I must say, nobody had to stop them or anything. But that didn't look safe at all.
I loved that his mental state was to go to the I got this dude in the lock. I'm going to the wrestling move. Not like I'm gonna throw punches or like I got him. We going down. I was like, look at this dude. That's impressive. To just be in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary because, like, Rochelle, you said it, but we don't know the consequence. Sometimes people throw a haymaker and it hits the person in the wrong place. We had a professional boxer recently who just passed away because he got hit in the wrong spot, let alone in a street brawl. Like, the fighting's real. Like, he did a DDT. You could have cracked that guy's neck. You could have snapped his neck.
Like his whole body.
Dropped him on his head. He could be bleeding in his brain. I mean, we think we're indestructible, but the truth is we are not.
Right.
On the flip side, he got it.
Right.
Like, honestly, on the flip side, he executed that DDT like he was The Rock. He was like, this is what The Rock is cooking. Right. Boom. He just pile drived him like right on his head. Sheesh. I don't know. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous situation.
It is.
But I heard you be out here on Worldstar throwing them bows too.
So look, going to the next clip.
Let's go.
Going to the next clip. Do we have a next clip? We have a next clip. My Worldstar clips and Steph's pictures all in the same vault. We're not seeing none of this.
We got to get these
I
out.
want to press for you though.
For one show, they should be all dedicated to you two.
I'm never an advocate for fighting.
Right.
This is what happens, and let me be very clear. unfortunately, especially in quote-unquote guy world where we are surrounded by toxic masculinity, there are times where at certain points I have to fight so that I don't have to get killed every day. Meaning that I have to go and punch this guy in the face so that I don't have to deal with everybody's mouth every day or for the rest of this game or whatever happens. Unfortunately, in guy world, that is a real reality. And obviously we see a lot of girl fights on Worldstar as well, so it's in some girls' worlds too. I mean, the girl from the first clip, she was about that life. But I personally, I'm not a start the fight person. Okay, so I'm just going out of my way to bully or fight people. I fight with my words, right? So I do have a habit of having a big mouth, but I stand up for my big mouth. I
got to back it up.
I'll take an L if I have to, but I'm going to stick by my principle. And more importantly, let's say we're playing basketball. If somebody starts saying like shut the F up, that's no longer a basketball call. That is, I have to contend so that everyone doesn't think it's okay to say STFU to me. And I don't make these rules. I don't make the rules. It makes sense though. And I rarely fight. I don't fight with anger. I don't want to. I'd rather everyone just get along. Why can't we all be like Rochelle and laugh, get our hair stuck and laugh? You know what I'm saying? Date the guy in the potty and think it's cute. Like, why can't we all do that?
I still don't know if he's on my head right now. Like, damn, I thought we was here.
We are, but we're not. Let's get to the next clip.
Oh my
Let's get into this next clip. Now, this clip is something that's actually more than viral. This has made a lot of waves. It's hit a lot of blogs. It's hit a lot of places and a lot of posts. Coming in at 280,842 views only on this one particular, but it has definitely gone into the hundreds of millions overall. It has been talked about on the news. This is a back-to-school commercial that's maybe a bit too real. In this commercial, we're going to set it up where it looks like an average back-to-school commercial, but it is anything but, as it deals with a very serious and unfortunately realistic issue that plagues us more now than ever.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
Here, it seems like it's going to be a commercial.
These helpful binders help me stay organized. These headphones are just what I need for studying.
So it's like kids getting stuff. You think it's for Target,
right?
But now you hear a little bit of action in the background.
Just what I need for the new year.
This kid's like, these sneakers are great for the new year. He's running.
This jacket is a real must-have.
This jacket is being used to tie up a locker. A skateboard, he's like, I like the skateboard, it's pretty cool. He's breaking a window, he's jumping out. There's kids are jumping out. These scissors come in handy as the girl is holding it like she's about to stab.
They can be a real lifesaver.
And in this one, the young lady uses her socks as a tourniquet to stop the bleeding.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
And in this one where it's the clincher, it's a young lady sitting on the toilet like in a fetal position, texting her mom, I love you, Mom, as clearly the message is, it's back to school time. You know what that means. School shootings are preventable when you know the signs. Sandy Hook promise. Wow, goosebumps, guys. Thoughts?
Whoever that girl in the last clip was that they got, I was like, man, I mean, she was hitting it in terms of the one who sent the text to her mom. I mean, because that was just like some real fear. I don't know, that really hit me as, because obviously that commercial, it gets, you know, a little darker as it progresses, and that final clip with her, I was just like, wow. Yeah, it really caught me off guard, because like you said, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, what's this funny little commercial like Tehran got, you know, and then I was, even when they were talking about like the scissors and the pen, like, hey, this is for whatever, like the kids like were saying it
real handy.
Yeah, and they weren't saying it like they were really scared. It was just kind of like, hey, this is like a reality of life. We ready to go. Like they were ready to, you know, get into action. So in terms of it being going too far, or, you know, like what people thought or are thinking, I really thought, like you said, it's just the day and time that we live in. It's really sad, but like you said, that's a reality nowadays. So
definitely,
I don't know how far, if you're saying like it's really too far, because it's like that's kids' realities like these days.
Yeah, I definitely agree 100%. I think it is the reality of it. It's real unfortunate. It's real sad. But I don't know how much I can say since I don't have children. I know that's a whole different love string. You know, that's a part of your heartstring. So it's just like, to me, I'm just like, it's the reality. Show it. But then I know it's people who are parents are like really breaking down, really upset because it's upsetting the children. Now when they see that, they're freaking out. You know, like they don't even want to go to school. So it's just like, I don't know how that affect children or how they felt when they seen it. You know, I don't even talk about it. Like, I nanny, but I haven't even asked, or, you know, I don't want to ask her about that. I don't want to deep dive into that.
Yeah, so. They don't pay you enough for that. Like, you're like, how do you feel about school shooting? Like, y'all need to give me a raise.
Right. Before I say anything.
This little $12 an hour is not enough for me to get into the psychology of fear within your child.
Yeah.
Here's the interesting aspect is that the realism of this commercial is something where people think it's been blown out of proportions. However, the sadder reality is that there's been 25 school shootings alone, not even just mass shootings, school shootings this year alone. And that's something where we have to come to grips with. Now, as a culture, we tend to change the channel, meaning when that African kid comes on the screen and it's like 25 cents a day, you can save little Ubuntu from starving, we change the channel. Like, oh no, not today, BET. We're going to watch something else. I'm not going to watch this, because we think if we don't pay attention to something that it goes away. The truth is we don't think of it as our civic responsibility and our civil duty to look out for our fellow man and to realize the ills that plague us. We want to look at things like racism and mass shootings as if they're individual problems and not realize that they are more so a cultural problem. There's a culture of violence and racism that America has had and has been built upon, and we need to assess all of us, not just one group of people or one particular person, but all of us as a culture, as an identity of what we deem is actually socially responsible in terms of actions. And that's something that I feel like this commercial does. It brings us to a reality. If you have a reaction, whether it's you're in favor of this commercial or totally against it, you hate that they're doing this or then that's what the commercial is meant for. And if you hate this commercial, then guess what? You should hate even more school shootings.
Boom.
Well, go ahead then. Okay,
knowledge
that
being
was
dropped.
a mouthful.
That's real. That's real. But we can't end on that note. We cannot. That was a very heavy note to end on. I would love to bring it back to the positivity that we assure you at each and every single episode. Coming in at 163,098 views, we're going to see some brotherly love from two brothers. And I don't mean brothers. I mean brothers. Actual brothers. This heartwarming video as this little boy cooks food for his little brother. And this is a montage of the food being cooked. Now, we see a wok being placed on a makeshift stove outside. We see the brother getting a little bit of oil, and he's just, and the music in the background, he's spreading it around. He grabs an egg. He's playing with his brother. Like, these are brothers who are, they can't be more than 4 and 2.
Right.
You know, this is like truly little brothers.
Like,
he's using the egg, he's giving it to the,
cracking it, everything.
He's cracking it, he's putting it in. And now he's doing it like with expert skills. Grabs the little spatula from his brother. He's mixing it in, mixing the eggs around. Now he's adding a little bit of flavor. Which in these vegetables, some tomatoes, or
give him a little piece.
Take a little piece for himself. Put it in. He doesn't even sprinkle it in. He just throws it in there.
That's like real
you can't
chef
expect
style.
that much from somebody who will only living for 4 years.
I mean, you say that, but this kid is an expert cook. This is some expert level cooking.
That looks like stuff off the Food Network, like how they be doing it, like taste. Okay,
like, he's definitely winning one of these chef shows for sure. He is 4 years. Because I'll tell you something real. I can't do this.
No, I was thinking the same thing. I was looking at my daughter like, this boy cooking a whole meal. You slacking on the cooking tip.
This looks amazing. Like I get hungry watching this. Totally. Right. And it's about, look, he's sprinkling a little seasoning.
Just the sprinkling too.
It's like look how he's doing it. That is Salt Bae with the plastic bag.
Right.
Like, he's doing it right, adding a little more flavor.
Spreading it around.
Your little brother, look at your little brother just sitting there, just patiently waiting, like crying a little. He's like comforting his brother. His brother's getting tired.
The technique.
Look at the technique. He's putting.
Okay, little hand going to work.
Look, spin that right there.
All over the open flame.
You're telling me this doesn't look amazing? He's working that wok.
Yes.
He is.
And here's the thing, that guy, I mean, someone needs to invest in him, send him to culinary school because he deserves it. Look. And he makes the food and puts a little bowl for his little brother.
I love how he reused it, because that's what I would do in my household. Like, I only use this for onions. It's going to be okay.
And he puts the food for his brother first and then puts it for himself. And makes it
As
for
a real
himself.
cook would.
Now, a lot of people at a lot of homes know that this is like what brotherly love is. Now, I might make my brother a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Are you
and
the
look,
baby?
look at him feeding.
Feeds it to him.
Nah, I'm the
there we
oldest.
go.
I know. Everyone always gets surprised.
I'm about to say, now, as awesome as this video is, I must say, though, this ain't nothing new to a black household, okay? When your mama said, don't open the door, don't answer the phone. And your big sister, at least mine, shout out to Keisha, over there whipping it up, okay? Got the little noodles with hot dogs.
And that's where we're going to have to leave it. Shout out to Keisha.
Shout out to my big sister Keisha.
Shout out to
Worldstar,
Keisha.
come on.
That's Worldstar. I don't know where we can find Keisha, but where can we find you if you want to be found Tenere?
Hey, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at TenereW. That's at TENEREW.
Yes, and you can always find me at Roach Baby. That's ROACHBAYBEE on Instagram. And if you're funny on Twitter.
That's right. That's Keisha's little sister. And
Keep
you
it
can
cracking.
find me at I Am Tehran all across the board. IAMTEHRAN. And of course, hosting and paneling on a slew of other after shows, because all your favorite TV shows are my favorite TV shows too. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Worldstar Weekly. Just remember, the world is full of stars, but also world stars. It's up to you which one you want to be. Until next weekly,
Worldstar!
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content, and be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.